What's up guys, Yank.com here, and we're continuing on with my FIFA road to Division 1. As we currently left off, we were just after winning the Division 5 title. We're first game in Division 4, we're coming to our first team. This is FC Fung. He's got himself a nice little Serie A team. He got Perlo there and sitting in the centre midfield, pulling all the strings from him. 97 chemistry. Was surprised now he had Huntelaar up front, because I looked at his bench just at the start of the game, and he had Cavani and he had Schneider in there, so I was surprised why. Maybe he was injured or something like that, but it was a weird one for me. This was a pretty quick game. This is the quickest game I've ever played in FIFA, and you're going to see why in a minute. You have Hernandez in the middle of the field. He's going to feed it out to Neymar. He's looking for someone. He gives it back out to Hernandez, and Robinho picks it up here. Leaves one player for dead. Leaves two players for dead. 3 players, 4 players, and lovely little finish into the corner. Just danced through the middle of the pitch. No one could touch him. This one of the things for me is to have a striker with high pace is always helpful, but to have a striker with very high dribbling attributes, for me it's just as important, if not more important, because you can't do that sort of stuff with a guy who's got all pace. He can't get out of his feet quick enough. But literally from his kick-off, he just left the game, and that was an easy 3 points for us there. Going into the second game against Beasts, he's got himself an all-Premiership team. Half the team is made of Spurs players, so he's obviously a Spurs fan. A couple of minutes into the game, he pulls down Neymar for no reason, for silly reason at all. Feeds it out to Robinho. Nothing really happens from this. It kind of feeds to Diego, has a wild shot. Nothing happens, but it's from the resultant goal kick. It's a very poor goal kick. Diego hits it back into the end zone. Robinho again, one player down on his arse. And it's nearly a copy of the last goal. He cuts inside one player and places it right in the same corner that he did in the last game. Like I said, if a player with high dribbling will just, he'll dance through a defence no matter how good they are. At 1-0 at this stage, he feeds it out to Adebayor here to Sigurdsson, and for whatever reason, I just lay off him. I don't make a challenge. I don't go near him, and I'm thinking he's going to shoot here, but he sees Aaron Lennon out on the wide. He cuts it out to him. Aaron Lennon with a bit of a kind of one of them sliding tackle come shots kind of thing. He just sneaks under the keeper. It's pulling back to 1-1 there now, so he's back in with a shout. And a couple of minutes later, it's basically how should I put it, back on schedule. Basically, Diego comes to the middle of the park. No one makes a tackle on him. Hulk throws out the keeper, goes for the sweaty pass across the face of goal. And it's that man Robinho again. He's definitely been he's been lethal for me. He's as far as I'm concerned, he's actually a better striker than Pato is. But at 2-1, we're nearly towards the end of the first half, and I want to just get the last 10 minutes of the first half over and done with. Again, we have another chance here with Robinho. Hulk kind of pulls in a couple of players. Oh, actually, sorry, this was for 3-1. Yeah, Pato makes it 3-1. I'm sorry about that. He just a lovely little finesse shot across the face of the goal into the bottom corner of the net. You see there, he just lovely little ball in for Hulk, kind of leaves 2 or 3 players stranded. This was the way back in. Sorry, this was a terrible goal kick for me. Feeds it out to Sigurdsson again. Lennon, I thought he was going to run at me with Lennon because he had so much space. Defoe with a lovely touch, and he just basically jinks in around Dede. Some suicidal handling from my goalkeeper. He drops it literally on top of Adebayor, and you can't miss from there, especially with a keeper. Keeper gives him a goal like that, and for me, it's a couple of minutes left in the game, or in the first half. I go for the shot where Robinho gets closed down by Gary Cahill, and I'm thinking, he can't score, not at this stage, but a lovely little lob through ball to Adebayor, and I'm kind of trying to just shield him out, and it works at the start, but he just jinks back in and he plays it across the face of goal. Another sweaty little goal for Jermaine Defoe. Defoe's definitely been on form. I'm really been disappointed with my defence. Into the second half, a bad through ball really to Robinho from Hulk. No one really got in it. He feeds it into Danilo. Danilo leaves 2 or 3 players there and absolutely buries in the top corner of the net. I was surprised that Danilo ran that far forward. I actually first, when I seen that, I thought it was Hernandez or Hulk that was getting on the end of it, but he's one of those right backs that has a lot of kind of attacking movement, so he does push forward a lot. We're 3-4 now at the minute. I'm still basically attacking because I just don't trust my defence at the minute. We have Robinho here, lots of space. He's gonna carve open that defence all day. Out the Pato, cuts across. It was bizarrely a penalty. At first I thought this was a free out, and I didn't really think it was a penalty at all, but he did give it. The one thing about this game, the referees are very, very inconsistent, and they will give stupid frees and stuff to the other team when it really should be going your way. But I was kind of surprised to get that penalty. I didn't. I thought it was a free kick actually first, but Neymar steps up. I changed to Neymar. He steps up and just puts it in. I had to give him a shush because he sent me a message at halftime calling me a bit of a noob. So you gotta shush the guy in that sort of situation. Breaking in, we're 67 minutes in. We're out with Neymar again on the wing. He's got lost pace there. Feeds through the middle of Pato. Pato with a through ball to I think that's Diego, but he doesn't catch it. He doesn't run onto it, and Pato basically ends up making up the ground himself and running on and just a finesse shot across the goal again. It's now 4-2 at this stage, and it was a weird one, but 6-3. Sorry, we're 72 minutes gone. We're out with Hulk in the middle of the park here. Into Robinho, he shakes off one challenge. It's gone back, play back to Marcelo. Back into the middle with Hulk and to Robinho. This is a nice little kind of one-touch passing movement going on. Nice little gap opens up to the middle. Pato makes the run. Lovely little through ball from Hulk, and that was for 7-3. That was probably one of the better goals that I've scored in the last couple of days. But if you just watch it back, there was a few nice little kind of one-touch, a lot of movement off the ball as well, which carved him open. With 80 minutes gone, this game's pretty much over. So I just started doing a few skill moves and kind of getting by these players doing them. It kind of annoys them at first. I get by about 2 or 3 with Danilo, 1 or 2 with Hulk, and I get greedy and I try and go for it again. But as soon as he gets the ball back here, he's going to leave. So that's another one down. That's another 3 points in the bag for me on that one. Up again, our next point, we're against 94 Livery or whatever his name is. He's got an all French team. With the exception of a few bronze players. I thought he was baiting me in at the start, but as it turns out, they were basically his squad. He's building a French squad. But a few minutes gone into the game, we get a corner. It looks like the attack's breaking down. It's broken back out to Hulk. In that sort of area with Hulk, left foot or right foot, he's lethal. He's always going to score in those situations. So it was a very, again, early lead for me. At this stage, I'm kind of thinking I got to keep going for it because, like I said, I don't trust my defence as it is at the minute. I've made some drastic changes in my defence since this, and it's getting better. But up until this stage, I was not happy at all. We have Diego breaking through the middle. No one cuts out for him, so I decided to make a shot with it. Not really happens from that, but he does something here that he's done 2 or 3 times in the game already. He just passes it to his defenders. I cut him out with that one, and I managed to get another goal with Robinho. But he done this 2 or 3 times beforehand, so I just I went with it, thinking that he might do it again. He kept doing it for the whole game, so he got punished with that one. A 2-0, a few minutes. There's still plenty of time left in this game, so I know chances are he's going to get a couple of goal chances on this one. But as you see here, we get out to Sissoko on the wing. I see the player at the far post, and for some reason Silva doesn't track him, and it's a Korean player that wins a header against him. He's only like 5 foot something tall, and he should not be winning a header against a guy who's over 6 foot tall and one of the best defenders in the game. But it gets worse basically. One thing is a sure thing, as sure as the sun will come up in the morning. If you give the other guy a corner towards the end of the half, I will concede it, and this was no exception. And Distan gets 2 bites of the cherry there with that one. Very disappointed with my defence that I just let him kind of get it twice at it, and not one challenge put in. But I kind of hit back at him straight away. Neymar to a lovely ball to Pato. I'm just going to finesse it onto the top corner. Not his keeper can do about it. He's got a bad keeper, so I'm always going to shoot on him when I see a situation like that. Pato's probably one of the best finesse shotters in the game, as far as I'm concerned. We're still going in the second half here. I take forever taking this throw for whatever reason. Robinho again, he gets a lot of space. Miller can't keep up with him, he's just not quick enough. So I see Neymar coming into the middle. I feed him a little ball. He turns, shoots. It kind of bobbles between, rebounds between the defender and the goalie, and ends up kind of sneaking in over the line. It was a bit of a sloppy goal, but at this stage they all kind of count for me. As long as I put a bit of distance between me and him. But a 4-2, straight from the kick-off, I do the worst sin you could ever do. I just give him too much possession, and he absolutely punishes me. Gramero gets one shot, and I kind of think, right, that's blocked down. That's this attack over. But Shamanton keeps the attack going. He gets jokes inside. He's going to play it across. Or no, sorry, he took the shot, but again, terrible handling from my goalkeeper. He just plants it out in front of Shamanton, and he punishes me big time with that one. But again, we're 76 minutes gone. This game's by no means over. Hulk breaking out on the wing, sees Pato making the run. Hamill can't keep it him. He's only a bronze, so he jukes inside. Hulk continued on the run. Again, like I said, you get Hulk in a situation that when you hit it, he's always going to score. Simple as he's not going to miss from that sort of situation. But this guy, if he had a better defense, if he had more of his players that he wanted to get, he probably would have won this game because out wide he was very, very vulnerable. Again, with 90 minutes, this is just towards the end of the game. I give away a free kick here, and I kind of stand off and thinking that he's just going to get the free kick, but he keeps running with Granero, and he just absolutely unleashes a thunderbolt past me. Well, it's a 90 minutes gone in the game, so I know I'm not going to lose at this stage. But a 5-4, we're continuing on. We know now at this stage, we're guaranteed to stay in the league. At this stage, we're actually guaranteed to progress to the next round. So now at this stage, we're just kind of concentrating on getting a league title here. This one, going into FC Boca with this one, he's got a bit of an all kind of a team. He's got all sorts of players, but the goalkeeper was very bad. So when you have a bad goalkeeper, you got to do just basically shoot on side with a bronze keeper, and that's exactly what I do with Hernandez. Lovely little shot into the corner. Keeper was not going to get that. Bronze keeper, he has no handling. He's either going to hit that out or he's just going to let it go for a corner. But as sure as I take the lead, I'm going to surrender it. Kalou just rolls it in. It's a harmless ball. It rolls off dead his foot, hits the keeper, and he runs forward with it for some reason. And Montalivo greatly accepts and just easily taps it in. After this game, I dropped my keeper because I realised that his positioning is terrible, and that's what's conceding me a lot of goals is his bad positioning. But this game is still going on here. We're just 6 minutes in towards half time. I kind of want to just get it in now at this stage at half time, 1-1, and concentrate in the second half. But we see here with Montalivo, he feeds it out to Abue. Abue is wrecked at this stage, and I think that I know feeds it out to Kalou. Kalou with the shot across the keeper, but like I said, I knew with his team that it was so tired that I was going to pick up the win here because I had a fresher team and I could pick him off towards the end of the game. Coming out here with Neymar on the wing, he's got a lot of space all day to run. He feeds it into Robinho, to Diego. It's kind of flops around everywhere in there. Hernandez gets it, but he's back to goal. He turns around, turns off the defender, and hits it in for 2-2 at this stage. I'm kind of happy with the draw at this stage. I'll take a draw because I only need like another win and I've like 5 games left to get it to win the title. So, but I know this guy's tired and I know I'm going to get another chance with it. And that's exactly what happens here. We get Hernandez to Diego. He's going to hit it out towards Hulk on the wing. Like I said, the guys were tired. He had Van Buyten, he's not very quick, simple as. So Hulk's always going to beat him. Diego tries it with the shot. It looks like the attack is now pretty much ended, but again, Hulk kind of gets it toward, and he places it across the keeper. Like I said, Hulk will not miss in those sort of situations, and managed to pull off the 3-2 win in that one. Going into the last game here, this is pretty much as it stands. I need a point to win the league title, and against the bronze team, I know I'm going to win pretty much easily, but Pato after a few minutes wins. I vastly underestimated this guy. I thought he was just an average Joe player, but it turns out, I was talking to him at the end of the game, it turns out he's in Division 1 in seasons, and he's also represented in the FIFA Interactive World Cup, so this guy knew how to play. He was a good player. And I was disappointed, basically, because I do concede some very cheap goals in this game, but I do race into a 2-goal lead here again. Hulk out wide, there's nobody going to touch him, he's too quick. Feeds it out to Pato, again a lovely little finesse shot across the keeper. The thing with a silver defence, you're not going to be able to kind of close him down quick enough, especially if you give him that much pace or that much space. A lovely little finesse shot across the keeper, nothing you can do about it. But 26 minutes gone, a bad tackle basically from me. It feeds it out to Pollard, and the keeper ends up putting it out for a corner kick. And you know me with corner kicks, feeds it in. Standing header, nobody challenges him. Hutchinson basically punishes me for some very, very bad defence. Since this game, I've bought every single defensive and heading and goalkeeping coach, and I can safely say I've conceded very, very few goals in anything. So I've finally plugged up that gap, but it was so frustrating at these couple of games that I played, especially against this team, because I knew I should have bet. With this was just bizarre from Danilo. For some reason, he got it and he just took a touch, basically bringing the ball in behind him. I knew he was going to try and get a crossing, so I just kind of stood off, and that's exactly what I did. For whatever reason, the keeper's handling, he should have handled that. He caught it, but instead he padded out for a corner. Again, at this stage, I just know there's no point in trying to get it. But I managed to win the first header, and I've Diego standing basically right beside him, Chambers, and Chambers just gets a free header and punishes me completely for a 2-2. In the second half, it was basically a very, very defensive play from both of us. I only needed a point. He must have only needed a point as well because he wasn't going forward very much. But 9 minutes of the game here, we have Pato, who's broken out to the wide. feeds it into Robinho. Hulk, he's going to try and feed it back out the path and make it his way into the box, as I'm wanting to do. And that's exactly what he does. He gets in, he turns, quick turn, very good shot, bang, right into the top corner. At 3-2, with only 4 minutes to go, I know this game's pretty much wrapped up, and he knows that as well. And as soon as he gets the ball, he's going to basically end. I think he dashboarded straight away. But that was it. That was I only needed 1 point in that. I got 3, so that was the league title wrapped up. So we're back up in Division 3. Another 2 league titles under our belts, and that's pretty much that. You may wait till next month to see how we go on. Until then, guys, take it easy. I'll see you later. Good luck.